Hey everybody, Blind Wave back. I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
And we have another honest trailer, this time for RoboCop.
Ooh, wait. Is this the new RoboCop or the old RoboCop?
I believe this is the old RoboCop.
Okay.
The original one from the 80s?
Yeah. Like, with, crap. I always forget this guy's name.
Was he the guy that was in Starship Troopers?
Was he in Starship Troopers?
I think there was a guy that's in this in Starship Troopers, but he's the one that leads the gang.
I'm talking about the guy that actually plays RoboCop, plays Murphy.
Oh.
Like, he was you haven't seen Star Trek?
Nope.
He was in Fringe, you haven't seen that?
Nope. I don't know who he is. I only know him from RoboCop, and I probably wouldn't recognize him anything else because you don't
really see his face.
You don't really see much of him. You see his face a couple times.
He's a very famous, like, character actor. He played Batman's voice in the Dark Knight Returns cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yep. Anyway, I'm sure that if you saw him, you'd recognize him. But yeah, I like that guy.
So, all right. Now, I haven't seen the newest RoboCop, so I'm hoping it doesn't cover
I haven't either. I don't really
RoboCop.
have any desire to.
I want to see it. I bought it on Blu-ray. I just haven't watched it yet. Of course, I own 300.
Does it? I just wonder. The one thing I'm actually curious about, does it have that, like... I remember RoboCop had that, like, really, really intense, like satire of, like, commercials and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Starship Troopers had a lot of, like,
Yeah.
do you want to know more?
Yeah.
And it, like, had, like...
Yeah, it had that stuff.
The bugs.
Yeah.
I want to watch Starship
like
Troopers.
propaganda and stuff. But I like that this had, like, it was such a intense and hyper-violent movie.
Yeah, it was.
Very hyper-violent.
It was. There was a lot of stuff that I remember happening in it.
Yeah.
I was watching it when I was young, and I'm like, this is awesome, but...
I honestly, like, I don't even consider it violence because I watched it when I was so young. I didn't care, you know? I was just like, cool!
Yeah.
You know?
I remember my dad watching. I was just watching it with my dad.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Now, is this the first one or the second one?
First one.
So this is just RoboCop 1.
All this is an honest trailer of RoboCop.
Okay, because RoboCop 2 is my absolute favorite.
Is that the one where he gets the jetpack? Or is that in the
No.
first one?
I don't think it had a jetpack in 2.
He gets a jetpack in 1, 2, or 3.
I just know 2, like, it had that, like, bigger RoboCop that had, like, the virtual reality crime guy inside of it going like, rawr!
Oh, he was like an AT-AT or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was like an
Walking around,
AT-AT, and they had that fight, and
they're like this like CGI like RoboCop fight, and like and he just jumps on it. And
yeah, it was awesome.
I remember that.
The coolest thing about RoboCop is that giant gun that comes out of his thigh.
That's pretty cool.
Citizen! Oh, so good. Damn it, I want to watch something about RoboCop.
All right, well, let's watch an honest trailer.
Ooh, wait, something about RoboCop.
About RoboCop. Let's watch it.
Do it.
This trailer is rated R for RoboCop, because that's how you make a fucking RoboCop movie.
Yeah.
It's been more than 20 years since RoboCop appeared on the big screen, and now he's back with a flip-up visor, different origin, a human hand, and a PG-13 rating. Screw that.
Yeah.
Instead, revisit the original masterpiece.
Yeah.
That is RoboCop. Journey to a futuristic Detroit that's become a bankrupt, crime-ridden hellhole. Basically present-day Detroit. It's a city crying out for a savior, and they'll get one in RoboCop.
Yeah.
A blatant Jesus metaphor who's killed, gets resurrected, and walks on water. But instead of dying for our sins, this Jesus shoots rapists in the dick. Meet his gum-chewing partner, Lewis, a terrible cop who never waits for backup, runs like a girl, and can't resist male nudity.
9 to 5. Zip this up.
Balls. Together, they'll take down
Looks
old
so weird.
Detroit's biggest bad guys, Clarence Boddicker, a drug lord who's got
No,
a
that's
real
the guy I was
way with
thinking
the
he was.
ladies,
Maybe you could,
You're thinking of Michael Ironside.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Omni Consumer Products, an evil corporation that does everything except make consumer products. Ed 209,
Oh,
a heavily armed killing machine who loses to a flight of stairs.
Man, the stop motion
And
animation.
Glass.
I mean, so much glass. Jeez.
Robo
His arms
suit
look
up
so
for
long
an
there.
awesome 80s movie full of big hair, cocaine, goons, Cold War paranoia, and a no-nonsense black police captain.
Now get out of my police station and take Laughing Boy with you!
So return to a time when action movies were made for adults, marketed to children.
RoboCop and Evil ED-260 face off with rapid repeat cap firing.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Film's best one-liners.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Your move, creep.
I'd buy that for $1.
Bitches leave.
And the most blood squibs ever.
We're gonna have blood squibs. Jeez.
His
his is
so
terrible.
I guarantee you won't see that in the remake. Starring Daft Punk, Bruce Jenner, tough lady cop, old 80s businessman, even older 80s businessman, Jordan Belfort, that 70s drug lord, Fox News, and Lindsay Lohan. RoboCop. RoboCop is the last movie that needs a freaking remake. What are they gonna do next? Die Hard? Oh no, I've said too much.
Don't do that. There's not no way I heard of that.
I don't think so. No. I've heard one. I mean, they keep on making sequels, but I don't think they're rebooting it. I'd rather them do that because I don't want someone else to be John McClane. John McClane.
Now that I'm remembering it, I think there is talk of a Die Hard like reboot, in the sense that like it's Bruce Willis in the beginning and the end, and he's like telling a story or remembering something in the middle where he's younger, and it's somebody else playing him. Which just sounds like a cash grab for Bruce Willis.
Yeah, right.
Like he's like tied to a chair, and he's remembering something, and then at the end he remembers something and gets out. I think I remember it being something like that. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about RoboCop.
I like RoboCop. I want to watch it.
I really do. I mean, these honest trailers do a really good job because, one, they're funny. They're usually on point. Usually, not always. Usually on point, and they make you want to watch it again, which, you know, you could say that, like, if I was a movie studio and they did one of my movies and they're like, hey, they're getting all this attention and stuff, like, yeah, but think about how many movies you're selling because people are watching these.
Yeah, right? You're like, man, they're right. I want to watch this again.
Like, I'm going to go on iTunes and buy this movie and watch it because I don't want to bother trying to find my VHS. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or find a VCR.
Yeah.
I have tapes, but I don't have a VCR anymore.
Yeah. RoboCop. I do, I don't know why, I do enjoy the second one more than the first one. Just like Terminator.
See, I feel like they all kind of blend to me. I can't remember which ones are which. Like that AT-AT dude, the ED-26, whatever they called it, was in the first one apparently.
Yeah, I forgot about that completely.
I keep trying to remember where. I swear there was one of those in the second one too. But
it freaks me out that his face legitimately looks like it's like over robotics. Yeah. Like it like comes up over like this, and it's like they took his face and put it on a robot. Like I know what they're doing. I know how they did that, like prosthetic wise. But it fucking freaks me out. Still. And that's the mark of just good, solid 80s movies.
Yeah.
Where you watch it, you know it's fake as fuck. Mm-hmm. But it's still so damn good.
Yeah, like the stop motion stuff that was there.
The stop motion was not, it did not hold up.
No.
I felt like.
That one guy that fell out of the window. Were his arms not like as long as his body? Right?
Yeah, that looked like stop motion.
It looked like he's like...
It looked like he threw a puppet, like, out a window. And just superimposed his face on there. Ah!
I was just like, what the hell?
He's like Kermit falling out of a building, like, yay!
Now, the blood scripts did look good, though.
They did. They look good. It looks painful. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said before, we know what's going on. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. It's so good. It's so good.
I feel like they don't use squibs enough anymore.
It depends. I mean, they are right in the sense that, like, you ain't gonna see this shit again, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, it's just movies are marketed for such a mass appeal of people versus just, like, 20 to 40-year-old adult men.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
Which is still the biggest, you know, thing you can do.
R-rated movie for adults, marketed to young kids, and
yeah,
it's crazy because we just watched the Terminator one and they did the same thing. You know, it was like, hey,
I mean,
these toys are for kids. Watch this shit.
I had a Terminator 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger toy, like with half his face ripped off with like red around it.
Yeah, and then it had like the red eye and all that stuff. Yeah.
I had that, and I had a RoboCop. I mean, from this movie, and I'd always make them fight each other.
You always made them fight each other?
Yeah.
Who'd you have win?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
You have to think about that?
Yeah, maybe have it analyzed for me by professionals.
I think there's someone that did that.
Who did that?
I think Screw Attack did that.
Ah!
I think there's a death battle.
I really did have those action figures and make them fight. I'm not doing that just for the setup. But it is for a setup.
But it works out, yeah. There is a RoboCop vs. Terminator death battle.
Yes, there is, and it has been heavily requested.
Yeah, so I think we should check that out and see who would win a death battle between Terminator and RoboCop, because that would be a crazy feud.
I think it's time for a death battle!
So make sure you guys are tuning in for more reactions, including a Terminator vs. RoboCop death battle that we're going to be doing here soon.
Oh my gosh, I'm already thinking about it and I have no idea.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you check out blindwave.net for everything Blindwave, from our store to our reactions to our Patreon account to our Let's Plays, live streams, tons of stuff.
Wow, Twitter, that's a lot, Aaron.
Twitter, Twitch,
yep.
Facebook,
And speaking with all of that stuff that we give out for free, people could go to our Patreon and give us money.
It's possible. Make sure you go to patreon.com/blindwave. We appreciate everything anyone's given to us. It's been great. Thank you to everyone who's already pledged, already donated, all that.
Every little bit helps with that stuff, guys.
So make sure you guys are checking out. Make sure you guys checking out everything Blindwave. And until next time, I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
And we'll see you guys later. Eric, hit the button. Who will win?